Hi everyone, Scott Alexander, CEO of Vivid. Welcome to this Vivid's 2020 Annual Report video. We acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land upon which we are meeting and watching from today. We pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. In this video, we will reflect on just some of the highlights from Vivid's 2019 to 2020 financial year. The PDF version of this annual report will be available for you to download from our website. I'll tell you the link to that website at the end of this video. Clearly the biggest story for Vivid and everyone else since our last AGM 12 months ago has been the coronavirus. It has had a profound effect and an ongoing profound effect on Vivid and its operations, as it has every one of you. Our response, our strategy was for business to remain as usual. Vivid was to remain open for business, offering the full range of Vivid's regular services, or as close to that as we could possibly achieve given the restrictions of government and health authority restrictions. To achieve that outcome, we needed to deliver that full range of services, which covers supported employment through our business known as Work Crew, day services, residential accommodation, flexible supports, transport and support coordination. To achieve the outcome that was achieved, namely that we maintained those services in the most challenging of circumstances, requires credit to be given where credit is due to Vivid's staff, for them to maintain, to adjust, to innovate the delivery of services in a time of considerable challenge, and to do it all safely with no one being put at undue risk and full compliance with all the government and health authority constraints and restrictions. For that, you have our collective gratitude, admiration and sincere appreciation. We salute you. We not only sought to support people with disabilities and of course their families, we also sought to support our staff. And in that context, we were particularly mindful of the vulnerability of our casual staff. So specific measures were introduced to soften, lessen, to mitigate the impact of the economic and mental duress the pandemic was imposing on that cohort of our staff population. So before we dwell on and reflect on and delve into some of the key highlights from the 2019 and to 2020 financial year, I'll hand you over to Vince Fusty to say a few words on behalf of the Board of Management.
Thanks, Scott. Hi everyone, Vince Fusty, President of the Board of Management here at Vivid. The Board of Management is made up of 8 volunteers from both the Loddon and Mallee regions. Our role is to oversee the governance of Vivid, ensuring sustainability and strategic leadership of the organisation. I feel very proud to represent the board, a group of passionate people, and more broadly, the wonderful organisation that Vivid is. COVID-19 certainly elevated the role of the board in regards especially to the risk management of the organisation. Ensuring that the people we support and their families continue to remain safe is at the cornerstone of all our decisions. On behalf of the Vivid board, I would like to thank the entire Vivid family and welcome you to our annual digital report.
Thanks, Vince. Despite the magnitude of the challenges COVID-19 imposed on Vivid, there were many, in fact innumerable, positive outcomes and stories from the 2019 to 20 financial year. Included in those positive stories and outcomes were our embrace, our ever more enthusiastic embrace of digital technologies and seeing the benefits from that embrace. We also saw ever more recruitment, successful recruitment of ever more great staff for Vivid. And of course, there was the challenge to adapt in the ever-changing environment of the NDIS. There was one key driver underpinning all of these positive outcomes, and that was our unwavering commitment to delivering the best quality possible supports for the people we support. That remains and always will remain our key driver and goal. Okay, now, let's have a closer look at some of those highlights. One of the biggest areas of investment has been in our fleet. Vivid now has a fleet of 31 vehicles. 7 of these vehicles were purchased in the 2019 to 20 financial year alone to ensure that no matter where our clients live, they can access the supports they need. $92,160 donated via fundraising activities to support our core mission. 130 people with disability chose Vivid Support Coordination across the Loddon and Mallee regions. We saw a 39% growth in our support coordination services over the past year. In total, we employed 138 people. 107 of those were employed to give direct support to people with disability. We employed 84 people with disability. Vivid introduced a dedicated health and wellbeing program for staff, as well as a financial hardship program. 82% of our staff said that they would recommend Vivid as an employer. The number of businesses who entered into partnerships with Vivid Workcrew grew from 52 in 2019 to 73 by the end of June 2020. 47,810 was the total number of paid hours of work carried out by supported employees over the year. 9 supported employees upskilled by completing their construction white cards. 186 people with disability chose Vivid Living's community access and day programs. 87 people received flexible support. 6 people reside at Burke House in Echuca, receiving 24/7 support 52 weeks of the year. 2,720 hours of learning were provided for people with disability. 53 people with disability took part in pre-accredited training across 4 townships. 6 people graduated with nationally accredited qualifications. What a year. I'd like to thank and commend the entire Vivid family, the people we support, their families, our business partners, volunteers, staff and funders. You have all contributed to a community where people of all abilities thrive. I encourage you to visit Vivid's website to access the full version of our annual report for 2019-2020. That link is on your screen: www.wearevivid.org.au. Thanks for watching.